Alright everybody, what's up? It's Tuesday and I'm back. I'm gonna do what this guy I follow, CJ Nova 992. If you enjoy Premiership football, Scottish Premiership, you should check him out. But he always says, and today we're back with another brand new video. That was my slight attempt at a Scottish brogue. We're doing Sleep Token today. They just put out a new song a few days ago. There's a visualizer for it. The song is called DYWTYLM. I'm sure that will be explained in the song, what that means. So we'll keep an eye out for that. Before I get into it, a few things. I do have my coffee, as always. I'm not a professional. I'm not a professional reviewer or musician, so I'm probably not going to be getting too into the weeds on the composition of the song, on how it was produced, mixed, that sort of stuff. That's just not something I'm skilled at. So don't expect it. And don't be a dick. Try to be really thoughtful about this stuff, and I would appreciate it if I could get some of that energy in the comments. Yeah, without further ado, let's get into it. This is DYWTYLM by Sleep Token. Ah, that's a good cup.
You loved me.
There it is.
Do you pull out the chains, or do you push into constant aching each and every day? Do you wish that you loved me? You love me. Could we ever release? Is it better to just not feel? Can we hit delete? Do you wish that you loved me? It's been so long that I'm forgetting what it feels like. You loved me. Do you wish that you loved me? Oh, do you wish that you loved me? Do you wish that you loved me? Small bird. you loved me? Do you wish that you loved me? Oh, do you wish that you loved me?
I think that's probably my favorite Sleep Token song so far. Yeah, I really like this one. I really like the quietness of it, right? It reminded me a little bit, actually, of San Holo, some of his slower songs. I really liked I'm assuming it's just synth in the background, the music that stays with you the whole track. I really like that. I like that it builds some, but it doesn't ever get, like, this song never really gets outside of itself. The first song I did from Sleep Token, I can't remember the name of it, but it's off this album. And I was enjoying it, and then there was, maybe it was The Summoning, Granite? I don't remember. Anyway, I was enjoying the song, and then there was a section where it was kind of like a jazz guitar solo. And part of it is I wasn't expecting that to come in. But also, to me, I feel like it took away from the rest of the song. Right? Now, your opinion may vary. You may have loved that part of the song, and I may be wrong. That's fine. But for me, when I was listening to it, I was like, oh, this is good, good. This doesn't feel like it fits. And then back to good again. This song, I was waiting to see, is there going to be a chunk in there that just sort of feels at odds, at least to me, to the rest of the song. And there wasn't. I was very pleased. It just sort of kept going with this nice mellow background. Basically no percussion. You know, the percussion was really just the synth. And you got a little build, you got a little bit of extra instrumentation in there. I really liked the little harmonies that they did. There were a couple spots where I'm not sure if it was vocal splitting, right? If they did that in with a synthesizer or something, or if they actually got in another vocalist. At one point, I thought I heard female vocals. Could have been, could have also been. Like I said, it could have been done in post. So as far as the music goes, I really liked it. Lyrically, also, I think this song is actually asking a pretty poignant question, because I've been in my life in more than one relationship, and many not quite relationships that I hoped would turn into something, right? You know, the crushes on people that you're friendly with but that never develop. And I've been on both sides of sort of bad breakups. And this question, right? Do you wish that you loved me? Now, first of all, I think that it's calling back to The Love You Want, right? From their last album. But I think it's a serious question, right? When you are with somebody, when you know that it's ending, and you, right, if you are the person that doesn't want it to end, what you want from the other person is you want them to want it to work, right? Whether or not you've decided that it's not going to, right? Whether you understand that, like, you know, our personalities or our ambitions in life or our hobbies or habits or, you know, traumas are keeping us from making this work. You want to know that the other person wants it to work, right? Do you wish that this would work? Do you wish that you loved me? Because I know this is going to not happen. I know this is going to end or never start. But do you wish that it would, right? Because you want to be the sort of person that somebody else wants to be with. Whether or not, again, whether or not you agree that it's not healthy or possible, right? You're moving across the country or taking a job overseas or something, right? And the relationships can survive that, but they rarely do. You want to know that the other person still does care about you. And sometimes you get that, and sometimes you don't. I have been on the end of relationships that I did not choose to end, where I was the one asking that question. And the answer I got back was discouraging. But on the other hand, I've been on the other side of that, where this is not a proud thing, but you sort of start checking out of the relationship because you're like, this isn't working for me. This isn't going to go where I need it to go. Our personalities are too different. Whatever it is, right? A lot of times this happens when somebody has a substance abuse problem, right? That's when you start to really see the difference in your characters. And I did want to make it work to an extent, right? Not enough to make it work, but it did make me sad to think about losing that person that I had been with, right? Because when you are in an unhealthy relationship, all the bad stuff happens, right? The emotional abuse, the arguments, the whatever, the fights, all that stuff happens. But all you remember when you think about that relationship, unless it was a real, like, I've never been in a relationship where somebody was like stabbing me with a knife or burning me, right? So there are degrees of unhealthy and bad, but for the most part, even when you've been in a bad relationship, the memories that stick with you are the good ones, right? And so you're looking back and you're thinking, man, look at all this, we've got all these memories together, all this stuff that we did, all these inside jokes and memories, and it hurts. So you kind of try to convince yourself that it's worth staying or worth going back to. And sometimes it is, and sometimes it isn't. Right? Sometimes you're the problem, and when you do some work on yourself, you can go back and make it happen. Sometimes you're not, and all you can do is protect yourself. But no matter what the situation is, you still want to know that you are desired by the other person. I think this is a really interesting song, and I like that. I like the focus of it. I'll need to listen to the lyrics again to get into some of the other stuff. It was obviously easier to follow because there was no screaming, and the lyrics were fairly slow. But it still wasn't. I'm pretty good with lyrics, but I'm not going to memorize it on the first listen. So I'm going to need to listen to this again. But I will, because I like this song. I think I have pontificated enough. Thank you guys for watching. The album will be coming out soon. Let me check. Well, it doesn't say. It just says when the first single came out. The album will be coming out soon. What's it called? Take Me Back to Eden. That's what this song is off of. I already have it pre-saved in my library, and I'll be checking it out when it drops. Thank you guys for watching. Have a good one. Stay safe out there and drink lots of water. And be kind to each other.